pick my favorite songs. I feel conceited. I'm like, you know what's really great? This song.
We are about to play some of our favorite solos and explain why we can't play them.
What are your favorite songs to play live?
Favorite songs to play live. Number one, probably I Miss the Misery, because if you want to break it down, it's that harmony part that I love. And I also do it in the chorus too. So like, so I'll do that with my voice, and then, you know, like a kick in the face, the things you do to me, I love the way that it hurts. Don't miss you, miss the misery. You know, it's like, it's just all those levels of things that you're just kind of, you're doing what you enjoy, but you're also kind of trying to make people think you're cool. And believe me, I know I'm not cool, but it's fun to make people try to think, yeah.
Well, this is the new Out for Blood solo. It has a great little part where I actually got to tap and slide. So it'll be like, so you can actually bend at the top of it, so. And then kind of like a peeled part out of a Randy Rhoads solo, just. Hold that bend, hold up the guitar, and show everybody that you did okay on the guitar when you're playing that live.
The first tune that really caught my attention with Alice was Wood, the video for Wood. I thought that was dope. The whole thing. That's the basic riff. That was dope. I thought that was really cool.
But as far as like riffs that we've written, things that I think are really chill, really cool. Very early on, writing with MyChem, and I was always like, I would follow vocal or kind of like write my melodies around where Gerard would be singing, and so a lot of the stuff that I would do were like octave lines. And I remember being in the studio and we were recording Helena and going in and doing my part, and just on the choruses just like that. And then when it kicks into the ending to change it up to go. I remember the engineer at the time, his name was Mike Plotnikoff, and him being like, "Whoa, that's a cool chorus." And I was like, "Really?"
Is there any particular riff that you wrote that you might be most proud of, or?
You know, there's a lot of licks that I used in my songs, like "Love Me Two Times," for instance, which we're going to do tonight. You know.
I've been writing music so long, and it used to be a lot more, not so song orientated, a lot more riffy, the stuff I used to do. But all the early 3 Days stuff, Animal and stuff like that, was some of the first stuff. Well, like like Animals. That kind of thing, all the early stuff. This sort of thing. Try to write hooky riffs and stuck to that.
I'm gonna show you one I really like off of Nude with Boots. It's a song called Billy Fish. I don't know what any of the chords are, but I just was screwing around with various places to put your fingers on the guitar. All the dissonant chords kind of they mix in with the rest of the music, and they add something underneath that you don't really notice when you're hearing the song, but it's all very
really simple. I mean, I didn't write the riff. Benji wrote this one, but for Girls and Boys, I think that the main guitar riff for that song when it starts out and then the bass comes in with like a very 80s sound, like as soon as that fell together really quick, I think we all knew like, oh, this is definitely a special song. I can play it for you. It's really simple. It just goes from A to a B back and forth with like the E and the B string kind of droning through. But I mean, as soon as I think Ben started to play this riff, we knew like, ooh, that's good, but just. Really simple, but just sounds so pretty and just works. Yeah, that definitely was one I think right away we thought, yeah, that's good.
I've been asked to play the Reason riff. And this one I remember writing. I was still living at home with my mom. We had come home from touring off the first record that did well for us. And I was just super pumped, you know, and like in a good headspace. And I remember sitting in this guest room that we had there at the house and plugged into my Pro Tools system and was plugged in through a like the first generation Line 6 guitar pod, and knew I had to start coming up with new stuff for a new album. So I just remember kind of like doing this thing, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it's kind of, you know, similar to the up down up down up down up, and then I was like, I like what I'm doing there. I was like, I need to go somewhere else. So I just kind of started finding the root notes. So then I started. Shit.
Still got one more. It's like, stop making me pick my favorite songs. I feel conceited. I'm like, you know what's really great? This song. And then, so there's a double duty on that. Yeah. Oh, fucking love Bites. Yeah. It's like so punky and great. Yeah. Yeah. It's that one's a fun one. And the great thing about that one is that one's the Grammy winner. So everyone's like, that must be a big deal. When we had no clue.
And then the Screaming Bloody Murder solo. Screaming Bloody Murder is a record that like I heard, and I immediately was like, I should not have left this band. I should have stayed in Sum 41 because I left around 2006.
We started to play really dark and fast stuff. Like I think it was a reaction to Underclass Hero, which was a popular record and had less kind of shreddy stuff in it. But I thought it was a great record. But then we just, I don't know, we just went crazy with Screaming Bloody Murder, and it was fun.
Yeah, how's that solo go?
That's my favorite part there. Is that
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to wake up in the morning and just start shredding.
Yeah.
So the tremolo picking, which has never been my strong point. I love when there's weird notes in solos.
it's I didn't drop my pick, but it's like you're just hammering on, and then you kind of hit that chord there. It's hard to see, but that's what you're doing. You're kind of voicing that interval here on top of what I guess would be an F chord since we're in drop. So that's you pivot it down. So that's hollow.
And stuff like 20th Century Fox.
Oven, the song Oven. This other weird tuning I figured out. Now you got this really weird. So the rest of these strings are normal tuning, but the two low ones are really an odd thing. You can play a bar chord across it. That opens up all kinds of possibilities.
I think the first Sabbath I heard was the song Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath. And I remember putting that on, sneaking to my brother's room when he wasn't home, and putting that album on, and the rain comes and the thunder, and then the evil riff starts, and then, believe it or not, when I wrote the riff for Riot, I kind of was thinking of the song Black Sabbath, that song. When I had the it's kind of a similar sort of thing with the bridge of Black Sabbath, when I did the. I was kind of thinking along that line of a Sabbathy kind of thing, when I wrote that.